Hello there, it's Shailendra here. Welcome to this great coaching program on developing the right mindset. We cannot talk professional or personal growth without actually discussing the impact of mindset and how mindset actually has a great influence on our growth. Steve Maraboli once said, once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. So it only calls for a change of mindset for you to actually get the change that you require or the change that you need for you to grow personally and professionally. So what is mindset? Mindset is the belief that we have with regards to our intelligence, our capabilities, and our traits. Do we believe that these are solid and they are cast in stone and they cannot be modified? Or do we believe that any trait can be improved and the intelligence can be improved and any personal characteristics can be improved? So do you see the difference in thoughts here? It's the fixed mindset where you would feel that your characteristics are actually solid and set in stone and cannot be changed. And then on the other hand, you've got a mindset which is of growth, the growth mindset, where you believe that my characteristics, my intelligence, my personality traits can be improved. So an American psychologist called Carol Dweck actually put in a lot of work into understanding these two mindsets, and she coined this growth and fixed mindsets after observation of children on how they responded to new challenges. So even for adults, we can have a very fixed mindset, and adults that have a fixed mindset are like, I cannot do more than I am already. I cannot grow more than I have grown already. And yet adults with a growth mindset actually believe that they are yet to grow and they can expand into greater, better personality traits, better knowledge, better learning, better intelligence, by just focusing on their capabilities and how they can be expanded. I just want to take you through the aspects that are affected by mindset. So first of all, your motivation. Your motivation can be completely dependent or highly rather dependent on your mindset. If you are somebody with a fixed mindset, you don't have the ability to face challenges. You actually are not motivated to attempt at all. If it's something you've never seen before, you'll be like, no, that's not for me. And that indicates a fixed mindset. Recently I had a function that I was organizing for a cousin of mine, and I needed a DJ. The selection of the music was there, but the DJ just dropped us last minute. I called one of my other cousins and I said to her, please, can you just be the DJ on this show? On this function. And she says to me, no, I can't. I've never done that before. And in my head, I'm thinking, what do you need to have done before? The music list is there. The program is really showing when music would be played. It wasn't a DJ it wasn't a function like a whole music function. It was actually a very structured program with only about 7 songs to be played. I explained that to her and she said to me, no, I'm not going to do that. And I didn't waste my time. I hung up the phone and I found the next best person to do this, who said to me without even an excuse, okay, fine, let me do it. So can you see the difference between these people? One has a very fixed mindset. I've never done DJing before, so I don't know how to play music from a music list. And the other one's like, okay, I've never done it before, but just give me the songs and I'll figure out how to do it. None of these two people were DJs, and yet the one person dropped out and's like, leave me alone. And the other was very keen to start on, to assist with the role of the DJ on the function. So that's a clear indication of what a fixed mindset can look like. And we do this so often. We'll be like, no, I've never done that. Oh, I wouldn't do that. It's not in my comfort zone. And we feel like we are proud to do that. And yet we are actually setting boundaries for what we can do and for what our mindset can help us achieve. So let me read that statement again by Steve Maraboli, who says, once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it, because with personal and professional growth, it's all seen outside, isn't it? It's all seen by the people that we interact with, by our workplaces. And you see that outside growth depends on a change in mindset. All right, so your motivation, like I said, number one, can be affected by your mindset. If you've got a growth mindset, of course, you will be very keen to grow. You will be very keen to try new things because you are motivated. You've got the belief that I can actually learn, I can actually succeed. And if I don't succeed, I'll still learn along the way. So that's what a growth mindset is. What sort of things have you not been motivated to do? What sort of things have you found dragging and dreadful and effortful to do? Think about it for a second. It could actually be because you approached those things with a fixed mindset, or you anticipated performance in those things from a fixed mindset perspective. All right, great. So people that are, like I said before, people that have a growth mindset believe that effort is useful. If I don't get it, at least I've learned something. And there's a video down below that explains how our brain changes when we learn things, or how our brains adapt to learning new things, which is quite interesting to see that people with fixed mindset will be like, even if I were to put the effort, how's that going to help? Because I don't know how to do it. This is not my area of comfort, or this is not my area of expertise. So I'm not even going to try. They find effort as useless. Okay, another difference between fixed and growth mindset comes in one's ability to self-regulate. Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotions, your feelings, your behaviors in the midst of some challenging or exciting circumstances around you. It's the ability to remain calm and collected regardless of what's going on around you. Self-regulation does not mean that you don't feel angry or don't feel excited. It means that even if you felt excited, you can still continue with what you're meant to do. I was watching a match in the World Cup the other day, and it was penalty shootouts because the teams could not score any differences within the 90 minutes. So they proceeded to extra time and then penalty shootouts. It was penalty shootouts, and the one team was scoring and managing scoring and winning all these penalties, and then the other team was failing. So they got to that point where they had to be one to like a deciding score. And so when they scored that when the other team failed the deciding score, the second team was so ecstatically like, yay, yay. And then the coach of that second team said to them, guys, remain calm down, because he did understand that without a good regulation of the self, it would have been difficult for the next scorer to actually score a positive penalty shoot. So self-regulation helps us to focus. It helps us to refocus. It helps us to achieve what we need to do. So your mindset determines whether you're able to self-regulate or not. People with a growth mindset will easily self-regulate amidst challenges. People with a fixed mindset struggle to self-regulate when they are faced with a challenge. So, for example, when someone is faced with a challenge and they have a fixed mindset, they are more likely to give up. Not even a challenge, but they decide, okay, I'm going to go in the challenge. And then in the challenge, they face an obstacle, and then they'll be like, this is why I said I didn't want to try anyway. This has nothing to do with me. This is not my area. So they give up easily. They struggle to self-regulate, to cope with the frustration of failure or the frustration of obstacles, of trying to face or to overcome obstacles, and they give up. While people with a growth mindset will self-regulate and they'll be like, okay, let me breathe. I'm going to try this again and I'll manage. Do you realize that? Do you see the difference there? And people with a fixed mindset also struggle to take in criticism. They struggle to learn from criticism. They think that what they know is the best and they cannot be criticized, which makes it very difficult to work with such people. They are not teachable in the workplace. They are not teachable at home. They are not willing to learn from other people or to accommodate other people because they don't take criticism. People with a growth mindset, on the other hand, do take criticism well because they view that as a means to the end goal of learning something new, to the end goal of personal and professional development. All right, and then there's also the impact of fixed mindset on achievement. Of course, people who have a fixed mindset are not likely to achieve more than they have at a certain space because they have already constricted themselves and said, this is as far as I can go. But people with a growth mindset will actually surprise themselves over and over again, realizing that they can do more than they thought they would. And in this 21st century, where skills are becoming quite varied to the skills that were required in the workplace 20 years ago, it's very important for us to have a growth mindset where we feel like we can learn anything and we can actually improve and we can actually meet the new requirements that come in the workplace. So your mindset determines your ability to achieve your goals, to achieve anything in life. If you haven't done the goal setting and goal attainment coaching program, please go there after this, because if you go to that program with a growth mindset, you're going to really enjoy and get benefits from the program. Great. And lastly, the growth mindset and the fixed mindset differ in that they affect our interpersonal processes or interpersonal relationships, the way we interpret interpersonal interactions between us and other people. If you have a fixed mindset, you're more likely to be jealous of other people's achievements because you'll be like, wow, they can do that. You won't be realizing that had you been with a growth mindset, you would probably be like, okay, teach me. I also want to do it. I also want to get there. You would actually be thinking, oh, it's them and they are good at it and that's why they're successful. I'll never be like that. You see, so they avoid interacting with people that are outside of their zone. And by the zone, I mean people that seem to be doing better than them in any area, because they'll be like, oh, it's just them. Most of my clients, the business clients that I know, do have another business owner that's a mentor to them, because they do realize that, I can learn a lot from this person, and they focus on the learnings that they can have from somebody who has achieved a lot more than themselves. Even successful corporate people actually realize that they don't have to shy away from people that know more. They take on more tasks and learn from the people that have successfully grown up and gone up the corporate ladder. So interpersonal processes are definitely affected by the mindset that you hold. Even the people you follow on social media, even your selected places to hang out will tell us what your mindset is. If you're still hanging out with people that have achieved a lot lower than you, then you've got a fixed mindset because you don't want to learn. Well, not so definitive, but most likely you would be somebody with a fixed mindset because you're like, I've achieved everything and now I need to teach these people below me, instead of actually realizing that, oh, there are people I can look up to. Let me also get my mentors. Let me also get people above me that can inspire me, that can teach me the things that I haven't learned. Enjoy the rest of this coaching program. It's detailed down here below, and more points are given as to how you can then achieve a fixed mindset. Remember, our coaching programs are all about practicing, all about gaining skills that you can put in your skills bag so that whenever you need it, you can easily draw it out. Thank you very much for following through this, and remember, nothing is unchangeable. If you do have the right growth mindset, you will be able to improve at anything that you desire. Cheers. See you in the next coaching session.